people say distributed systems are really hard, right? Why is that? Why is a distributed system tricky?
They're basically hard depending on how much you want to model that things could go wrong. On one end, you could say, well, if any node goes down, I immediately stop and I try again. If that's your world model, then probably distributed systems are not that hard, but you just have exponentially decreasing uptime. Each server is up 99% of the time. You have 100 servers. You're going to be up 1 over E of the time. It's not going to be that great. That's one extreme. The other is sort of like the Bitcoin style problem where you say, I'm a distributed system and I don't even trust my nodes, right? That is the extreme end of difficulty. And then in the middle, there's this broad range of what sorts of failures I'd like to tolerate and what sorts of performance I'd like to have. There are no-go theorems that say you can't achieve certain things. CAP theorem is one of the famous ones, and it says, well, if you want to have a system that is reaching distributed consensus about some fact about the world, and you can't simultaneously have the following 3 properties. You can't have it be the case that you're always available, you can always answer questions. You can't have it be the case that you always give consistent answers, and you can't have it be the case that you tolerate arbitrary partitions of your network. People love to point to the CAP theorem and say, oh, well, you'd want to have all 3 of those. I think they're usually overstating, in particular, the sort of availability requirement. The CAP theorem also applies to your bank, for example. Your bank is a distributed consensus-y thing, right? You can go to branch A and ask for your balance. You can go to an ATM and ask for your balance, right? And they all want to agree and tell you the same amount of money in your bank, and they don't want to make mistakes and let you overdraw. It is the case that your bank is supposed to be like, somewhat partition tolerant, right? Like sometimes, maybe the ATM will lose its network connection. And, they want pretty good availability, right? Like they want it to be the case that, when you go to the ATM, usually it's working. And in practice, it's not the case that, the CAP theorem means that banks don't work, right? Like, you just give up a little bit on availability, and every so often the bank reports, oh crap, I'm having trouble contacting the network. Oh, no, wait, I got them again. We're good.